I'm at the Gary Player Invitational with the man himself, Mr. Gary Player. Mr. Player, how did your game go today?
I played very well today. I shot actually 11 under my age, which is a big thrill. I never thought when I got to 81 I'd even be equaling my age. But with this modern day equipment, it's made it possible, and the condition of the golf courses. But we've had a wonderful event so far. Last night, the bidding to raise money for underprivileged people in our country was a great success. We've had a real international field. There must have been 30 different countries in that room last night, which is not only good for raising money for underprivileged people in our country, but also for tourism. These people go back to their respective countries and act as an ambassador for our country. So all in all, this event has been highly successful. The green superintendent here, look at these greens. It looks like a carpet.
Stunning. With
a drought. Look what it looks like. And this is still, the Lost City is still one of my 3 favorite golf courses in South Africa. If I could own a golf course in South Africa, I'd have to have this one because I'd like to do a lot of things to it to improve it. But no, I think that the team, the events that we've had here, playing with Andy Cole today, the superstar soccer player, played very well. Fine gentleman. We played with Anthony Leeming, a prominent man in the Sun International Company, and also with the head of Coca-Cola, Kelvin, and we ham and egged. We did so well together. We had so many laughs, and that's the whole idea, is to come out and have fun for people who are now saying, I want to go back to the Gary Player Invitational. It's one of the best events I've played in the world, and one of the best, and so we're having people asking us to come back now, which is so nice.
That's incredible. Now, I overheard you saying the most important thing to focus on in the game of golf is your mind and your mental state. Can you tell me what you meant by that?
Well, first of all you hear about when you hear commentators and people commentating on golf, oh, you should see this man, he hits the ball so far. Well, I've seen a lot of players that hit the ball 380 yards or can't play at all. So distance is not the answer. The answer is putting. The answer is short game. And then above all, the answer is the mind. Now, how do I explain the mind to you? You cannot do that within an hour. I went through as a young man what you call the torture cell system, which enabled me to become world champion. And so when I played against big guys who were out hitting me, it didn't worry me in the slightest, because I knew I was going to grind them into the ground. And so the big thing is the mind. And you know, there have only been about 12 superstars that have ever lived in golf. I think you've got to win 6 majors to be classified as a superstar. And I don't think 12 players or more have done that. And these players weren't better than the ones that won less, but they had a different mind. It's actually, people often say to me, how did you win 165 tournaments and 18 majors? I said, you know, it wasn't me. And I'm not trying to be ultra humble in saying that. It was a divine intervention. It really was. There's no question about it. How can a small person like me go over there and beat all these giants in their home backyards and win all these tournaments? No, there were many players better than me, but it was a divine intervention that helped me, something that I never forget to say thank you. Every day of my life, I go on my hands and knees and say thank you. We should be grateful for things because we're very lucky to live in this country. Yes, we have a lot of problems, crime being the biggest one, I think. But we still live in a wonderful country, don't we?
It must have been a career highlight for you to walk out into that stadium in Rio. Tell me about that experience.
Well, when I was a young man, we didn't take part in the Olympic Games, and I haven't mentioned this to many people, but I went to the Olympic Games in 1956, and I met Jesse Owens, the African-American athlete. And Hitler wouldn't shake his hands. Hitler was a bastard. Wouldn't shake his hand. And he spoke to me and he said, you know, I said, gee, that was terrible to see that. He says, Gary, let's look at the glass half full. I won 3 gold medals for my country. I helped the African-American cause. And he said, you've got to be positive. Don't worry about people. Don't put your energy into people that say bad things. It's like, you know, in this country we had a lady say, blacks are like monkeys. Then we had a black man retaliate and said, we should shoot all the whites like Hitler did to the Jews. There was so much emphasis put on those 2 people. They're no good, those people. Don't take any notice of them. They're useless. We have so many millions of wonderful people, non-militant people that are full of love, that Mandela put this love into the hearts of all of our people. That's what we got to remember. Forget about those two people. Let them have their freedom of speech. Let them have it. It means nothing. Those two people mean nothing. They're absolutely insignificant, and yet we made a big song and dance about it. Rather think about the positive things and the nice things and the love that exists in our country. We got black people in churches that are preaching peace and love. We got white people, colored and Indian. We're all a wonderful nation, as our great Father Mandela said, the Rainbow Coalition, Ubuntu. We got to keep that in mind. Forget about the pigs.